Hilton Honors, we're reviewing 4 credit cards in 4 separate videos over 4 days in one outfit. It's never been done before.
That's hot.
First things first, if you find any value in this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. I will be referencing a website which is my own. You can go over, sign up for free. It's one click to sign in. Go have fun. Yes, you heard me right. We will be doing all 4 of the Hilton credit cards, the Aspire, the Surpass, the white one, and on the 4th day, Hilton created the business card. These videos won't include any big comparisons. I am saving up all of that goodness for the final boss battle of Hyatt and Chase versus Hilton and AMEX. That will be in a separate video next week. However, just like with the Hyatt cards, we will be doing a deep dive on all the status levels for these cards, so we'll be covering that extensively. We're gonna get started with the Big Daddy, the Hilton Honors Aspire. It has a sign-up bonus of 150,000 points when you spend $6,000 in the first 6 months of opening your account. Now, I've seen this much more. I think I've seen it up to 180,000 points. This is AMEX, so just wait for a special offer if you can, because you'll definitely will get much more on your sign-up bonus if you can do that. And 180,000 points sounds like a lot, but we'll get into why it's not exactly as much as it may seem. It has an annual fee of $550, but you can pretty much get that down to an effective annual fee of $150, and we'll go over how you can do that here in a minute. It has no foreign transaction fees, and like with all hotel cards, you have the ability to redeem those points in their travel portal. However, Hilton, like Hyatt, has no access to transfer partners. As for spending categories, you get 14x when you use this card on any Hilton properties. You get 7x on airfare. You get 7x on car rentals. You also get 7x on dining. And then you get 3x on everything else. Now, like I mentioned, you do get 14x on hotels when used in the Hilton portal, telephone, at their front desk. However, you do get diamond status automatically with this card, and we'll cover what diamond status gives you other than this here in a minute, but it gives you 100% bonus on a 10x base points. So you get 10x base points to add to the hotel point earning on the card, and you get 100% bonus on top of that. So that's 20x. So that brings you up to 34x when using this card on Hilton properties. Now, all that seems amazing, except for the small fact that thepointsguy.com values Hilton Honors points at 0.06 cents per point. So not even a full 1 cent per point. Last week, we talked about the Hilton points were worth 1.7. So you were getting more value in the points that you earned. It's just the opposite for the Hilton points. You're getting less value. So even though you've got this huge earning of 34x here on Hilton properties with this card, at the value of 0.6x, it's like you're only earning 20.4x. And then same with the airfare, which seemed pretty high at 7x, it's down to 4.2. Still pretty good. The most you really see is 5 on airfare. So it's a decent earning. And then with dining, you're getting 4.2. All other, you're not really earning 3x. I mean, you're earning 3x points, but the value of those points are only about 1.8x. As for the card benefits, you get a Clear Plus credit. Now, this is a $189 credit you get yearly, and it basically is similar to the pre-check or the Nexus credit or global entry. This one, you just go up to a Clear kiosk, scan your eyeballs or your fingerprint. Someone comes and gets you and just escorts you to the very front of the security screening line. I have it, but only I have it. My wife doesn't have it because I have a platinum. She doesn't have a platinum. It doesn't make sense for both of us to have the platinum at the moment. So since I'm the only one that has the Clear clear. I'm not gonna like escort myself to the front and leave her in the back of the line. It probably wouldn't go over very well, understandably. So like I said, I have it, but I don't use it. You get an anniversary bonus after 1 year of having the card. It is a free night reward. It's pretty much on any hotel that you have. There are some like special resorts and stuff that are excluded. So, but 99% of the hotels that you would want to book in, you can use this free night reward, but it is on a standard accommodation, a standard room, and based on availability. So that if they don't have a standard room available, obviously you just can't use the free night. It also has to be used within the year that you receive it. So you get 12 months to use it once you get the reward. You have to call Hilton directly to use it, and the resort's fees and taxes are all included in that free night stay. There are some exceptions for like some tourism taxes or something like in Malaysia or whatever, but most of the time you're not gonna have to worry about that. For car rental insurance, this one has secondary coverage, so you still have to have some kind of primary coverage, but anything that goes over that, if you use this card to rent your car, this would kick in to cover anything over and above what the primary source of insurance would have been. We also have some cell phone protection, so it's up to $800 per claim, and you get a $50 deductible for each claim that's approved. So on to the credits. We have a $400 annual credit, but it's split up into two parts. So you have $200 per half of the year. First 6 months you get $200, second 6 months you get a $200 credit. It comes as a statement credit, and it only gets triggered when you use your card on the hotel premises, so on site at the hotel. Now there are some tips here on how you can really use this well, and that's to book your stay at the hotel and just do the prepay. And so when you get at the hotel, when you finally arrive to the hotel, you can pay the balance on this credit card at the front desk. So you just pay just enough to reserve the hotel, and then when you get to the hotel and pay at the hotel, it will trigger the statement credit because you're on the premises using the card at the hotel. This next tip was sent in by a user, his name is Guy Whitlock. If you own a Hilton Grand Vacations Club timeshare, you can use this semi-annual $200 resort credits in December and January to score a $400 credit against the timeshare maintenance fee. So I guess you pay $200 in December, $200 in January to cover your maintenance fee for your timeshare, and then that triggers the whole $400 credit for you. So that's a good tip if you happen to have a timeshare. Then there's a $200 airline credit, but they split it up into 4 pieces, which we all hate. But every quarter you can get a statement credit back up to $50 when you use your Aspire card on a flight purchase in that quarter, up to $50. And you can also trigger this credit by purchasing United Travel Bank funds. And this was actually given to me by an employee. Shout out to Raphael. So you can purchase United Travel Bank funds, you accrue enough for a flight eventually, and then you can use that flight. So you're basically accruing for a flight to offset the annual fee with this $200 credit. And if we do use this along with the other credit we talked about, that brings it down to a negative $50 also. So the Aspire card, if you just do those 2 tricks, that's negative $50 for an annual fee, which is normally $550. So that's pretty amazing. And Raphael expressed to me that to his knowledge, it doesn't seem to be a big deal at Hilton. Then we have the $100 Waldorf Astoria or Conrad credit. So you have to book 2 nights minimum at one of these, and you can get up to $100 credit for qualifying charges at participating Astoria and Conrad hotel resorts. They give you the ability to earn more free nights. So at $30,000 spend and at $60,000 spend, you get a free night at each of those milestones. Now for status. So obviously you get the instant member tier status when you just sign up. When you get this card, you automatically get everything from the silver tier status, the gold tier status, and then you also get the diamond status, the coveted diamond status. So if you have watched any Luke's Points and Miles videos, you know that he is a big, huge fan of Hilton, the Hilton Aspire, and of course the diamond status. He thinks it's still good. I don't have this card, so I obviously don't know if diamond status is worth it or not, but seems pretty awesome. We're gonna go over all the diamond status perks later on in the video. On top of all that status, you also get the National Car Rental Emerald Club Executive status. The Aspire also has some pretty decent travel protections. You've got the baggage insurance plan, the trip cancellation and interruption insurance, and the trip delay insurance. And generally how these work is if you have other insurance involved, that whatever the other insurance is, that would be primary, and then these insurance options would kick in after that ran out, if it ran out. But if you have nothing else at all, then these would act as primary. That was a little confusing to me when I was reading through the terms. That's definitely how Chase works. I'm pretty sure that's how AMEX works as well. For application rules, again, application rules, take with a grain of salt. Your mileage may vary. You may be special. I may have it wrong. If I do, let me know. But this is what I know about application rules for this credit card. You've got the Amex 110. I feel like I should rename this rule because it doesn't make any sense. Because I heard it somewhere else and they were calling it the 110. So I just ran with it when I first started the website. But it's basically, it's a lifetime Amex rule. You can only get the sign-up bonus one time in your life with this card. There are exceptions to this. So if you get an offer in the mail that has no lifetime language, then that wouldn't apply to getting a new sign-up bonus through that offer. And then I've heard that, you know, after a certain amount of years, which is where I get the 110 from, is that after about 10 years, they kind of forget that you've gotten a sign-up bonus before, and then you can sign up again and get the sign-up bonus. We have the Amex 390. You'll be declined if you apply for a fourth Amex card in the same 90-day span. There's the Amex 4 credit. Amex will decline your application if you already have 4 cards, not charge cards, and apply for a 5th card. So any Amex card and you already have 4, you're not getting the 5th one. And doesn't include charge cards, which are the platinum, the gold, and the green. There's no 524. It's the great thing about Amex is that they don't care about 524. So when you're over 524 and you're looking to get another card, look towards Amex. And that's also why you should probably wait to get Amex until you've gotten your Chase and whatever else you want that apply the 524 rule. And then the Amex family. Now I've heard both ways, but I'm pretty sure the Amex family rule applies to these cards, but even if they don't, it does not matter because they will retroactively do this at some point. So for any Amex cards, just assume that they're going to apply the Amex family rule and get the lower annual fee card first and work your way up to the highest. Because if you just get the Aspire first, then you wouldn't be able to get the Hilton Honors sign-up bonuses. Now, as I mentioned, the Hilton Honors points are only valued by the pointsguy.com's evaluations is 0.6 cents per point. So you're not even getting a full cent per point for these. They are powerful points in that you can use them at so many hotels around the world. Hilton has a huge amount of hotels, pretty much anywhere you think about going, but the points aren't worth much. And I did preliminary research before doing this video. I just grabbed 4 random bookings that I was sort of interested in the sort of the time frame I was interested in. And there was one for Santa Barbara. There's one for Portland, Maine during like the spring. Naples, Florida was like in November. And then Knoxville, Tennessee around the summertime. And I was looking at anywhere from 3 cents a point to 5 cents a point for all of those bookings. And it was pretty much the same across the entire month of when I was looking at all of these 4 locations. So 0.6 cents per point might be even high, which is not great. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of hotels where you can get a much better redemption rate, but honestly, I was just looking at hotels that I would typically want to stay at in places that I am legitimately looking to go and vacation in. And I was getting 0.3 to 0.4 to 0.5 cents per point, which not great. Honestly, not great. Now, if you ever disagree with the point valuation that I have on the website, and like with me, you're like, I'm not getting this point valuation, you can always come over here to the edit. You can customize the point values. You can say, no, this is actually 0.45 cents per point on the travel valuations. It will update that. And then now when you compare to other cards across other systems, you'll get what you are seeing for those point valuations in comparison to other points. So that's a new feature on the site. I talked about it in last week's video, but just wanted to point that out. You can customize that. So that will be used across the website now. I'm going to clear this out for now, just for this video. So like I mentioned before, the base point status is 10x, and then based on what card you have, you get a bonus on these base points. So with the Aspire, you're getting 100% bonus, which is going to give you 20x, but the base point is 10x. Now that base point is not for every single hotel, but it's just for most hotels. In the Hilton chain, you get 5 base points on True by Hilton and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. So just keep that in mind. You can transfer your points to your spouse or to friends, not a problem with that. Points coming in to Hilton, like if you're transferring points from other partners, the only two that can do that are Bilt and the American Express membership rewards. All 4 cards from Hilton can earn the Hilton Honors points, and they're equal across all of them. They work the same way across all of them. When you earn the points, they all go into one big pool of points. You don't have to like transfer them or combine them from other cards. It just goes into your Hilton Honors points pool all together, no matter what card you're earning from. You're guaranteed the Hilton Honors discount rate. So, I mean, if you're not a member, then you get charged a little bit more than if you are a member. It's just a slight nudging to get you to sign up so they can get your information, which, you know, I mean, they're giving you a discount. So points towards free nights, travel partners, and more. That's just talking about the base points. So when you sign up as a member, you're getting 10x base points, and then those base points can accrue and get you free nights and other benefits. So that's what that's referring to. No resort fees on reward stays. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Digital check-in and digital check-out. So you don't have to like go to the front desk, wait in line to get your key. You just literally go straight up to the room, use your app when you come to the room. And I think it's NFC, you just tap to get in. Mine didn't work. So the one I just went to recently in, I think it was the Keys, it did not work at the DoubleTree Hilton in Key West. And had to go back down with all my luggage and get a key and come back up. So when it works, you can digitally check in. You can also choose your room. That basically just means, 24 hours before you check in, you can go online, see the rooms that are available, and choose the exact room that you want that's available. Digital key, that again, didn't work for me. That was just nothing on my phone worked against the key. And some of you guys might be thinking I was doing it wrong. I don't think I was doing it wrong. But anyway, you get free Wi-Fi, thanks, but that should be standard no matter what. But sign up and it is free. Access to exclusive Hilton Honors experiences. That's just getting access to like concerts and stuff that they hold special tickets for or whatever. I'm not much of a concert goer, so good luck with that. Now, everything you get with the member status, you also get obviously in the silver status. And with the silver status, you get a 20% earning bonus on stays. So instead of getting plus 10 base points, you're getting plus 12 base points with the silver status. You get free bottled water. Thank you, I guess. Better than paying for it. I don't know if that's unlimited, but you definitely get it during check-in, and they usually have some in the room. I think probably within reason, you can ask for more bottles of water as long as you are a silver status or higher. So the 5th night free on reward stays, meaning if you're paying for your entire stay or at least 5 nights of your stay with points on a stay where it's at least 40,000 points a night, then the 5th night, you have to book all 5 nights. But in the 5th night, so if they're all over 40 and there's 5, you're paying with points for the whole 5-night stay. That 5th night will just be automatically waived and free. So you're only going to be paying with the points for those 4 nights. So to acquire silver status, you need to stay 10 nights, 4 separate stays, regardless of how many nights, or 25,000 base points. The elite rollover nights is like if you're working towards status and let's say you're at 8 nights and you need 2 more to hit silver status and you stay 4 nights. Then you've hit silver status, but you have 2 extra. And what they'll do is they'll roll that over to the next year so that you can use that extra 2 to work towards gold status, for example. And then spa discounts, you just get some discounts on staying at the all-inclusive spas that they have. Now into gold. To earn gold status, you have to stay 40 nights or 20 separate stays or have 75,000 base points. And that's within a calendar year. Now with gold, you get 80% points earning bonuses on stays. So that means instead of as a member, you're getting plus 10x on your points, and the silver, you're getting plus 12. With the gold, you're getting plus 18. Now what's interesting, and I talked about this with the Hyatt, I am gonna make it to where you can set your status on the website, and then that status will apply to any of your earnings in that hotel chain in case you've earned more status than your credit card provides, or in my case, that I actually just realized that I haven't been factoring in, is that I have the AMEX Gold, which automatically gives me gold status at Hilton, but I only have the Hilton Honors card. So I should be calculating it at plus 18 on top of my hotel earnings. Instead, I'm only calculating it to plus 12 for silver. So hopefully by the time I release this video, I'll have all that worked out on the website. If not, it'll be coming soon. Also with gold, you get space available room upgrades. I actually had that happen to me in Key West. I didn't have to say a word. He just goes, oh, we're gonna give you a room upgrade, and upgraded the room. Was it an amazing upgrade? No, not really, but we were at the DoubleTree, so it wasn't that big a deal. I didn't expect much. You get a daily food and beverage credit or continental breakfast. Typically, it's around 25 to 50 bucks. You know, it just depends on the hotel, but around that. I think ours was 30 when we went to the DoubleTree in Key West. It was great. We got to use that at the bar and had free drinks, and I mean, we're probably gonna get drinks anyway, so that definitely counted towards our annual fees or whatever for the credit card that's given us that benefit, which at the time was the Platinum. So the milestone bonuses are just, like it says, you'll hit certain bonuses. So 20 nights, you get 10,000 Hilton Honors points, 30 nights, you get 20,000, and so on. It goes all the way up to 100 nights where you'll get a free night stay when you hit 100 nights. Now, for Diamond status, to earn Diamond, you have to stay at a Hilton at 60 nights during that year, 30 total stays, or 120,000 base points earned. As for the perks, you get 100% bonus points on your stays. So instead of 10x, you're getting plus 20x. You get space available room upgrades. Now, Diamond's status will get a better selection of rooms, as well as bump lower members. Like if you're a gold member versus a diamond member, there's only one room left. Guess what? The diamond member is going to get that room. Executive lounge access. You also get the ability to extend your diamond status. So if you fall out of diamond status, like you're not staying enough for that particular year, and that means you're going back to gold, they actually will extend it and give you another year to work your way back up to diamond. You get premium Wi-Fi, which I guess that's the one where you're allowed to watch Netflix movies in your room. It doesn't buffer all night. So that's pretty good. A 48-hour room guarantee. Self-explanatory. And then there's elite status gifting, which is kind of weird, but if you've stayed 60 nights in a year, you can gift someone else gold status. And if you've stayed 100 nights or more in the year, then you can gift diamond status to someone else. So the Aspire is a monster card, tons of credits, easily get your annual fee down to $150. And then if you're staying at Hilton's, which I assume you would be, you can use those food and beverage credits, you know, anywhere from 25 to 50 bucks a day. So Luke's Points and Miles has pointed out that if you're with someone else, like you're with your spouse or whatever, then they'll get the credit as well. The extra $150 in 3 nights, you would make that up as well. So, I mean, you're probably staying more than 3 nights in a year. So the Aspire can essentially be completely free if you're staying once or twice a year. If you're staying a week in that year, you can easily make that annual fee up, and then you get all the perks of having the card, you know, earning all those points. Now the points are kind of worthless. I won't say that. They're not worthless. They're half as much as other points probably. But you earn a ton, especially with the Aspire. I mean, you're earning 34 points for every dollar you spend at a Hilton. So even though they're worth half as much, if you're just valuing it at 0.6, 0.5, 0.6, whatever, you're getting 20 plus X on hotel stays. So there's not many other hotels. There's no other hotels, I don't think, that earn that much when you are booking hotels with this card. So that's pretty great. I know this is a super popular card. Is this a card that you have used in the past? Are you looking forward to getting this card? I am. I actually am. I'm looking forward to working my way up the Hilton Honors chain. I have the white one, and the Surpass I know is great. I'll review that one tomorrow. You'll see that video tomorrow. And then the Aspire, eventually I will work my way up to as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.